First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and a sincere salutation to you, Akim and Yaquat, to believe in all sincerity. So as you see here on your screen, this article says Putin says prosecution of Trump shows U.S. political system is rotten. Okay. Russian President Vladimir Putin asserted Tuesday that the criminal cases against former U.S. President Donald Trump are political revenge that show the fundamental corruption of the United States. As for the prosecution of Trump, for us, what is happening in today's conditions, in my opinion, is good because it shows the rottenness of the American political system, which cannot pretend to teach others democracy, Putin said at an Eastern Economic Forum gathering in Russia's Pacific Coast city of Vladivostok. Everything that is happening with Trump is the persecution of a political rival for political reasons. That's what it is. And this is being done in front of the public of the United States and the whole world, he said. Opinion polls indicate that Trump is by far the strongest contender to become the Republican Party's candidate in the 2024 presidential election. During his 4 years in the White House, Trump repeatedly touted having good relations with Putin, while critics alleged he was submissive to the Russian leader. Trump has claimed he could resolve the conflict in Ukraine in a matter of days if he regains the presidency. He has not provided details of his potential approach. We hear that Mr. Trump says that he will solve pressing problems in a few days, including the Ukrainian crisis. Well, this cannot but bring happiness. This is good, Putin said. However, the Russian leader said his country's poor relations with the United States were unlikely to change significantly regardless of who becomes president. What to expect from the future, no matter who the president is hard for us to say, but it's unlikely that anything will change radically, Putin said. He claimed that the Biden administration has instilled a strong bias against Russia, and it will be very difficult for them to somehow turn this whole ship in another direction. Okay, and you can read the rest, which is not much, but I read this article and reading between the lines, I want to say that nothing will change, okay, regardless of who becomes president. And Biden administration is not the only administration that has had a bias against Russia. Okay, America in general has been biased against Russia, okay, for years now. And although the United States political system is rotten, okay, Vladimir Putin should not make the mistake to think that because Trump has somewhat of a reputation, okay, a relationship with Putin, that things will change, and he's not being persecuted, okay. Republicans and Democrats are really serving the same agenda, okay, and that's what's rotten about the political system. So he said a lot if you read between the lines, okay, because he says everything that is happening with Trump is the persecution of a political rival for political reasons. That's what it is, okay, and Biden is not persecuting Trump. Okay, let's not get that misconstrued. If anyone is being persecuted, it's Russia, okay, by the American government. You see, this is being done in front of the public of the United States and the world, he said. So, they're very crafty in their propaganda here in America. You see, they'll have people to believe that, Trump is a good guy when really he's, racist, okay, to the core, and, it's come out what Biden is, he's a pedo, okay, so, the political system here is very evil, very wicked, very rotten, you see, so there's no good guy, there's no bad guy, okay. And I believe Putin knows that, but he has to be careful what he says, you see, because he shows somewhat tact, okay, if you will. All right. But he knows what's up with America, you see. And although Trump has had good relations with Putin, Okay, that accounts for nothing when they serve the same agenda. Okay, so him saying that Trump is able to resolve the Ukrainian problem, brings happiness, is that's futile. Okay, Putin wants to deter nuclear war. He wants to you know bring some type of peace, but these Edomites here in America are rotten. Okay, they're the bottom of the barrel Edomites. Okay, so it says here, it's unlikely that anything will change radically, Putin said. Okay, and it's true because America is already fully set in their ways. Okay, so there's not going to be no turning, okay, of opinion, you see. And, Putin could be hoping for, a better outcome. He's over there in Russia. What does he really know? Although they have spies and, they really speak more than what people know. I mean, they are very much against each other. But the agenda is great. You see, it's very big. The world, um, political stance is something that citizens don't know. You see, but Yahweh Bashem Yahushai knows all things. Okay, so I don't believe Putin is being targeted. Okay, I think that they're using him as a scandal. Okay, as a matter of fact, look at Bill Clinton. What happened with him? Okay, he had that scandal in the White House with Monica Lewinsky, but after a few years now, everybody loves him. He's out of the limelight. He's good. Okay, and that this is what's happening now. They're using Trump, okay, and him being arrested as some, he's like a scapegoat. He's this bad guy, and Biden's the good guy. But Biden is just the same, a piece of shit, as Donald Trump. So Trump, Putin understands the political system here in America. He knows that it's rotten. He's been calling them satanic pedophiles for years now. All right, so let's get a couple scriptures. Our willingness is edifying. He says here real quick, American political system which cannot pretend to teach others democracy. Right? They can't. Seeing is that America's inception is slavery. Okay, and rape, robbery, and murder. You see, people need to open their eyes to what America really is and what's really going on here. All right, this is we'll get this. Proverbs 17:15. He that justifieth the wicked, and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, so Putin, he cannot be justified. Okay, either can Biden. You see, the only ones that are justified are the righteous, which are the Israelites, the elect, okay, of Israel, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. It says, and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to Yahweh. Okay, so I mean, what's going on in the news? It's always this good versus bad guy scenario. When in reality, you need to condemn the wicked. You see, that's what you should do. But that's why the scriptures say that in due time the Lord will set over one that is profitable. Okay. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Sirach 10. Ecclesiasticus chapter 10. Let's see. I like using this other website. It says we'll start here. Sirach 10:3. An unwise king destroyed his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, this city shall be inhabited. Okay, and you can look at these presidents as kings. Okay, but they don't instruct the people; they destroy the people. Look at the administrations of Bush, all the way up until now. Okay. And even before that, the American presidents are destroying the economy. They're destroying the society here in America with what they let, you know, occur here. You see? It says, but to the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. And that's going to be Yahweh Shai. You see? It's going to be the Most High Yahweh Shai, okay? And the election, okay? The election is joint heirs, and they're going to, by their authority and their prudence, they're going to govern the earth. And it's going to be profitable. You see? But these guys, these men, these heathen, they cannot rule well. You see, it's all vanity. It's all deception. It's all lies. It says back in Proverbs 17:5, he that justified the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So, Putin tried to say that Trump is being, targeted as a political rival. That's madness. He knows that America's rotten. You cannot justify the wicked, okay, and condemn the just. All right. Trump is not going to make things better. He knows it. He knows it, okay? So this is happening in front of the world, as he says, in front of the American people. You see? Which the people are deceived into thinking there's a good and the bad. There's a right and a wrong. All right? Republican, Democrat, you can vote. It's all madness. It's all nonsense here in America. The light is as darkness. You see? This guy knows, to an extent. Okay? Because the Most High even got him in the trick bag. All right? This is Proverbs 24. We'll start at 23. These things also belong to the wise. It is not good to have respect of persons in judgment. Okay? And whether he was trying to big up Trump or not, okay, it's not good to have respect of persons. Trump is just as worse or awful as Biden. Okay? There's no voting for the lesser evil, as people say. Right? It is not good to have respect of persons in judgment. It says, he that saith unto the wicked, thou art righteous, him shall the people curse, nations shall abhor him. You got a lot of people say that, I vote for the lesser evil. Okay. So, and they're all evil. They're not righteous. That'll be a respect of person. You see, you have to judge righteous judgment. And, these kings destroy the people. They're not fit to rule. Okay, but something that was interesting here in this scripture says, him shall the people curse, nations shall abhor him. Okay, and Putin is abhorring, okay, these Edomites here in America. Okay, because they're saying amongst each other that there's one that is better than the other. You see. So you say unto the wicked, thou art righteous, him shall the people curse, nation shall abhor him, and Putin got some sense, because these other nations, they're abhorring, okay, the political rottenness, the political madness here, you see. So it's a bunch of confusion in this world right now, it's a bunch of vanity, okay. Let's see. This is, we'll go back to Proverbs 24 and 24. But to them that rebuke him shall be delight, and a good blessing shall come upon them. Okay? So, when with these heathens, okay, when they bring out the truth of the rottenness, the wickedness of America, even them, even them are seen in a good light. It says, and a good blessing shall come upon them. Every man shall kiss his lips that giveth a right answer. And it's true. It's true. It's very much true. When when you call it like it is, people, they can respect that. And that's why this guy Putin has somewhat favor. All right. And remember that, The Lord makes it rain on the just and on the unjust. You see, so the Heavenly Father is using Russia, to rebuke America, but even they're going to be destroyed. They're not. They don't have next. Okay, either does Moab. You see, so I just wanted to bring this out. These proverbs, these psalms, they're very intricate. Okay, there's a lot of wisdom when you dissect what is being said. All right. Let's see. Let's get this. This is the book of Proverbs 10:2. It says, "The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined." Okay, and we are not ignorant to Satan's devices. One of the devices that they have, created is this theory or this notion that there's a Republican Democrat, right? Putin said here that everything that is happening with Trump is the persecution of a political rival for political reasons. You see, and that's a device that the wicked have imagined. Okay, because really they persecute the poor. Really they tell you have a vote at the ballot. Vote the better of the two. But your votes aren't. They're worthless. Presidents are elected. They're not selected by the people, and all this is doing, as Putin says here, all this is being done in front of the public of the United States and the whole world. These Edomites are trying to deceive the whole world into thinking that there's two different parties when there's not. All right, Psalms 10:7. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. You see, they're trying to pull a fast one on the world. Okay, these Edomites. His mouth is full of cursing, deceit, and fraud. I think I think it was John Kerry and Bush Jr. when they were running for office for POTUS, right? I think they were both members of Skull and Bones. You see, so they've been groomed for years. So they put on this show, but really they could be kicking back, sipping champagne, just running this game on the nations, I should say. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Okay. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, and the secret places that he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. Right. They do this to the poor. And who is the poor? But rich in faith, the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're not ignorant to what, this system is. We know that it's rotten. All right. And Putin gets, some kudo points for bringing it out. But, ultimately, the Lord's going to deal with him too. They're the ones that are going to shut the lights out in this place. They're going to be the top nation to strike America down. Okay. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. 9. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. And they cast nets. They cast snares. You see, you got people really believing that Trump, is going to make America great again. And then on the other hand, you got Biden supporters. You see. And really, it's just showing how rotten America is. As Putin said, the political rottenness. But they catch men. They catch the poor. You got Jake over there trying to enlist in the army, trying to march, trying to hold signs. It's like, bro, stop. He croucheth and humbled himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. You see? NLT. The helpless victims are crushed. They fall beneath the strength of the wicked. You see? So I just wanted to bring this out. All right, let me get a couple more. It says, He hath said in his heart, the Most High hath forgotten, he hideth his face, he will never see it. Arise, O Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, lift up thine hand, forget not the humble. Wherefore doth the wicked contemn the Most High? He hath said in his heart, Thou wilt not require it. Thou hast seen it, for thou beholdest mischief and spite. This is mischief. You know, they think they're funny. They think they're clever. Okay, to requite it with thine hand. The poor committeth himself unto thee. Thou art the helper of the fatherless. Break thou the arm of the wicked and the evil man. Seek out his wickedness till thou find none. You see? So I just wanted to report on this. Okay, seeking out this wickedness till there be none. Okay, to reveal. Okay. So yeah, U.S. political system is rotten, but none of them favor you, Putin. All right. It's the same beast, Republican, Democrat. There's not one against the other. They just, they sacrifice their reputation and their little backdoor deals and their little wickedness, for the greater good of their cause. They don't care. They're straight wicked. Trump is an outright racist. Biden is a pedophile. I mean, shoot, who's there to vote for? Okay. But you see, in due time, Yahweh Bashim Yashai, and the elect, are going to set things aright through the prudence of them that are in power. The world shall be ordered aright. Okay, that's what we wait for. Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and a sincere salutation to you, Akim and you, Aqua, to believe in all sincerity. Shalom.